How are we doing, Pokepals? This is Dad here, doing a fun take on Mega Greninja. So as you can see, we are using Mega Greninja, known for its Mortal Shuriken ability. Once during your turn it's in the active spot, you can put 6 damage counters on one of our opponent's Pokemon. And we are using the Festival Lead draw engine, so we'll have either Seaking or Goldeen in the active with Festival Lead, slap an Air Balloon on them. And then we can use Thwackey for Boom Boom Groove to search for any card in our deck. Now the one little twist I think is really fun in here is Mega Feraligator. So early in the game, you get Totodile on the bench, you slap a Water Energy on him, and now him or Mega Greninja is a threat due to our A-Spec being Neo Upper Energy, which provides 2 energy type to a Stage 2 Pokemon. So you have the 1 Water Energy, you then slap the Neo on it, and you could do 200 damage if you put 6 damage counters on it with the Mega Greninja ability. So this deck has been really fun. You'll see in the 3 games, I think we went 3-0. But it was amazing. The Thwackeys did an amazing job. Energy Retrieval was really big. Even the Wallies. So the Wallies you'll be using on just the Mega Greninja, or for some reason if you have 0 energy on your Mega Feraligator. But yeah, this deck has been amazing. The biggest things are going to be your draw engine, making sure they stay alive. The Seaking is really important for the Dragapult matchup because Goldeen only has 50 hit points, so it is Dusclops and Dragapult susceptible. So you throw that one Seaking in there so it can be a little more tanky and survive some more hits. But yeah, that's just what we're doing. It's super fun. We have the 2-1-2 line of Totodile, Croconaw, and Mega Feraligator to help assist with those late game knockouts. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. I'm really loving the Festival Lead engine, and hoping to get your guys' feedback, see if you guys love it and what you guys like, and we will get into the videos. Let's do it, Pokepals. Alrighty, let's get into game number 1 here and see how everything's gonna go. I'm super excited to show you this Greninja and Feraligator deck. Alright, we're loading into our first match here, and let's see how it goes. Now with this deck, we do want to go first. It's a pretty much go first deck. I do think if we ever want to make it where we were going second, maybe adding a Badoo to item log and buy us some time. But yeah, we get to go first here, which is amazing. And we're hoping to start with some basic Pokemon here. Let's see. Looks like we got no basic Pokemon in this opening here, so we'll see how it goes. A couple mulligans never hurt anybody, right? So, alright, we're waiting for the person to set up their Pokemon so we can get ours going here. Alright, they finally put some down. Let's see, are they going to ready up? Yep, there we go. Our 1 mulligan. And then we get Goldeen and Grookey. We're looking great. So, we're deciding, I think, if I go first or second. So we're going to throw Goldeen in the active, Grookey on the bench. And let's see what they're playing. Alright, they take their mulligan. I'm assuming they're playing some kind of dark deck, considering the sleeves, but you never know. Alright, let's see, wait a little bit of time here, see what they're gonna be playing. Alright, it's Dragapult. Alright, so we top deck a Froakie, which is great. Go ahead and play Buddy-Buddy. We're gonna grab Grookey and Totodile. I think that's a pretty good setup for the bench. And then Pokepad preemptively for Grookey, because when I see Badoo, when I see Dragapult, I think Badoo. And we pass. So next turn we have 2 free card searches if they can't knock out our Goldeen, which I don't see them being able to. So, alrighty, let's wait and see what they're gonna do here. They attach for turn. I do think we need to be wary of Risky Ruins, as that can be a little tough with Dragapult and the damage counters being moved around. Okay, so they get a Dreepy and a Duskull. They're gonna Pokepad. And they're going to grab a Dracloak, of course. And I'm feeling a pass coming on. Let's see. Maybe no Badoo. They're thinking about it. And they pass. Perfect. Okay. So, top deck Buddy-Buddy. That's amazing. Alright, let's evolve our Grookeys into Thwackeys. So we have our card search. Perfect. And Buddy-Buddy. Fill out that last spot for our second Greninja so we can chain our Mortal Shurikens together. And then we're going to Boom Boom Groove, I think, for a Lillies here, and then save our other one for whatever we're missing from the Lillies that we get. Yep, there we go. And Surfing Beach, great for mobility. Love that in this deck. And Lillies, let's see what we get. Rare Candy Greninja, you'll love to see it. So let's go ahead and Rare Candy into that. And then we're going to, let's see. We'll definitely balloon the Goldeen. So we have the mobility. We're going to go ahead and Boom Boom Groove for our other card here. And we're going to grab the Seaking, so it's a little more protected against Dusclops and Dragapult. Evolved into our Croconaw. And we are going to retreat into our Mega Greninja. And let's see, let's just kind of think what we're going to do here and prepare our turns for the future. We're just going to pass. I don't foresee them having a Dragapult Dusknoir turn 2, but if they got it, they got it. So, gotta kind of wait and see here. Next turn, if they don't, though, I think we Surfing Beach into Seaking, find 2 more cards, retreat, and Mortal Shuriken, and all that fun stuff. So, okay, they Rare Candy into Polt. That's okay. I haven't seen a Crispin, so we're still in the clear for now. Alright, they're thinking what they want to do. Maybe they're debating Crispin. They're going to Ultra Ball for either Dusclops or Dracloak. Let's see what they grab here. Oh, never mind. They're going to get a Meowth, and they're probably going to grab a Lillies. So let's see. Yep, Meowth. And then they grab Lillies. Yep, there we go. Lillies get fresh 8, and hope they run into Dracloaks and Dusclopses, I'm sure. Maybe some rare candies. But on our side, I'm hoping they leave that Duskull on the bench. We ping that with Mortal Shuriken. Search out Hilda or Neo Upper. Okay, so now we're going to have to not rely so much on Surfing Beach right now, but that's fine. I think we have the out in our hand. Oh, when we draw into Surfing Beach. Perfect, okay. So we'll play Surfing Beach. We will Surfing Beach into our Seaking. Just thinking about our sequencing here and how we want to do this. Alright. Officially Surfing Beach into our Seaking. And we're going to go Boom Boom Groove, find 2 cards we need here. Alright, let's get our 2 cards. I'm thinking Hilda, I'm thinking Neo Upper. What do we need? What combination can we get about what we want? And not run out of cards here, so. Alright, officially Boom Boom Groove. Let's go get us. Now we're thinking about Hilda. That gets us energy and a Pokemon. But we're going to go just the Neo Upper. I don't think we need. Yep. So we got that. And now we could actually. Now we could Boom Boom Groove for Hilda again. There we go, Hilda out of hand. Feraligator, yep. And Water Energy. Nope, we're gonna go for the double Mega Greninja because we have Rare Candy in hand. And then I forgot we had Rare Candy in hand, so I'm like, oh wait, let's put that back. We don't need it. And then I started thinking, what do we need? So let's just set up for next turn. Let's get Lillie's. Perfect. So this is looking great. We're going to Rare Candy into other Mega Greninja. We are going to retreat into our Mega Greninja. We are going to Mortal Shuriken, getting rid of that Duskull. And then we are going to attack the Fez. So they do get the draw 3 with the Fez, but with Dusknoir off the table, I feel a lot more safe about them not wiping my draw engine here. And then, of course, we'll do the extra damage, so the Neo Upper goes back into our hand. Perfect. Alright, so they top deck. They're going to have a lot of draw this turn. They have Fez, they have Dracloak. So they have a lot of draw to see what they can get. Okay, they Dracloak. Pokepad to grab another Dracloak, I presume. Yep. Alright, so they're definitely seeing a lot of cards this turn. Alright. Alright, so it does look like they officially have a Dragapult set up. So now it just comes down to what are they going to do this turn. I do not think they can retreat because they attached return to Polt. So it's probably going to be another pass angle here. And then I think what we'll do if they pass... Ooh, they put Duskull down. Okay, so I'm probably still going to target down that Duskull then. Okay, Ultra Ball. What are they going to grab? Get rid of Monkey. Monkey's not great, but it isn't bothering me too much. Dusclops, they really think that Dusclops is going to survive? I don't think so. They're going to boss. Okay. Luckily, we have Switch in hand, so we'll be able to get out of this no matter who they boss up. They're thinking about it. Probably a Thwackey. Yep, boss up a Thwackey. Normally, be a little upset. We do play 3 Air Balloon and a Switch, so you know, we have it in hand and it wouldn't be too hard to kind of go out and grab Lillie's. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and play our Switch here, get us out of the active. I'm going to throw up our Seaking, attach our Neo Upper, and then we are going to Lillie's. And then we can use Boom Boom Group to get what we don't get. Alright, we grab Mega Feraligator, which I'm not going to evolve into yet, because I want the 2 retreat on that if they try and boss trap it. So, we are going to go grab... Let's see, what are we going to get here? Maybe another water energy, because we've already supported for turn, so we can't Hilda for energy. We have 1 energy in the discard pile. So energy retrieval isn't the best, so yeah, we're just going to grab another energy. Which I think is fine, because we want to be double mortal shurikening as much as we can. And then for our other one, we're going to go ahead and go grab a Surfing Beach. So now, we can retreat into a Greninja, ping 60, and then Surfing Beach into the other Greninja, and do another 60. And I was really debating, and I'm like, you know what, let's go ahead and evolve into it. I want to use it for the video, I want it to be fun, so put that in there. We're going to Mortal Shuriken, and we're going to put on the Duskull. Yep, I thought about the Fez for a while, but I didn't know who they were going to promote, so yep, we'll do that. And then we're going to Surfing Beach into our Neo Upper Greninja. Mortal Shuriken again. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put it on the Dragapult. That way I can try and set up a Mega Feraligator knockout if I need to. And then we're just going to go ahead and Ninja Spinner for knockout and put that energy back in her hand. Perfect. Alright, looking good. So really need 2 more prize cards, which I think my prize mapping is definitely going to be the easiest way would be to boss Meowth and just knock out Meowth. But another fun way could be a double Mortal Shuriken onto Dragapult and then use Neo Upper to do 200 and gets like to 350. So that's our other outing if they can't get this out of the active. So let's see, they're gonna of course recon. They got Monkey on the bench, Darkness Energies, so they're gonna move that 30 somewhere. Probably to my Seaking, if I had to guess. Probably gonna try and take out my draw engine. Nope, they move it to Mega Greninja. Okay. So that leaves 30 on the active. So with double Mortal Shuriken, that'll take us to 150, and then 200, 350. So I think that's what we're gonna do for our win here. If as long as they keep in the active and they attack with the 200. So we'll see if they do that, and see if they see that line or not. Alright, they're just going to Phantom Dive, so next turn I believe we have a game. We just have to get the double Shuriken on the Dragapult, and we're doing good. So I think what we'll do a Shuriken right now. We'll Surfing Beach into Seaking, and then we can use our Boom Boom Grooves from there, and then finish up using Boom Boom Groove to grab 1 Neo Upper, 1 Water Energy. Boom. Good to go. There's our first. We're going to Surfing Beach into Seaking. Yep, perfect. We're going to use that Boom Boom Groove. Let's go grab thinking about grabbing Hilda, because we have not used a supporter, just double checking. We have not used a supporter, so I'm going to grab Hilda, because that can get me a Pokemon and my Neo Upper, and then I can use the next Boom Boom Groove to just grab a Water Energy. There we go, Energy Retrieval even better. So, let's get those 2 energy back. Let's attach to our Hilda to get the Neo Upper. Then we'll attach. Yep, so get the Neo Upper, retreat into our non-Mortal Shuriken used Greninja, so we can use that one. There we go. We're going to Mortal Shuriken the active. Put another 60 on Dragapult. Attach our Neo Upper. And we are going to Ninja Spinner for knockout. Let's go. Great game against Polt. Love it when you can defeat a Polt. So this deck was a lot of fun. So yeah, let's move into some other games. Get our last 2 prizes with another Air Balloon and Froakie. But yeah, that was a great game. Looking forward to the other ones. And yeah, keep watching and see how this deck does against some other decks. Let's go. Alright, getting to another game here. Let's see how it's going. Load up. First game was great. Hoping to go first again. Keep that pressure on Mega Greninja and keep going from there. Get some wins. So let's see. They chose heads. Let's see if we're going to get first or second here. We're going to flip the coin. Nice little Gen 3 starter coin there. Tails. Alright, so we are going to pick first. And we're going to try and keep that pressure going with Rare Candy, Greninja, Mortal Shuriken first turn, or second turn, attaching to Totodile for Mega Feraligator. Alright, so we promote Froakie. And we got double Lilies, double Pokepad. We got one Buddy-Buddy. I mean, this is a pretty good hand and a water energy. Alright, so this is pretty much a perfect hand. We're playing Zoroark, we're playing Badoo. Now, we're going to grab, Goldeen and Grookey. We're going to Pokepad for a Totodile. Yep. And I actually make a misplay this game. I should have Pokepad for the Thwackey, because they had Badoo in the active, but I didn't do it. Next turn I won't be able to use the Pokepad. So hopefully we can Lilies and get into it and never be punished. We'll see. But yeah, that was a pretty big misplay. Alright, they're going to Ultra Ball, Meowth and Fezaway. They are going to grab probably an attacker like Zekrom or Reshiram. That would be my guess. They're thinking, they're deck searching, make sure nothing's pride. Yep, they get the Zekrom, which I'm fine with. 250. We have the one Wally's. I think that'll be good for us. Alright, the Itchy Pollen. So yeah, the misplay was not using that Pokepad, but that's okay, because we're gonna top deck a Thwackey, and we are just gonna Lilies and see what we get here. Got Surfing Beach, which is perfect. Pivot into Goldeen. We got the balloon, so we can pivot out of Goldeen. This is awesome. So let's see, we're thinking about what we want to do here and how we want to go about this. We're definitely ballooning the Goldeen. We're definitely going to be surfing beaching into it to grab one more free card. And I believe, yep, we're going to Thwackey for Boom Boom Groove. Let's see what we're going to grab here. I think we're going to grab a Seaking. I'm on the fence, I'm not sure. Let's see, okay. We are going to grab Frogadier. Yeah, I think that's a great play. Give us some more HP. Make sure Daramaka or Darmanitan isn't as huge of a threat. And then we're going to Big Bite and keep that Badoo in the active. Yep, and then we can always Rare Candy into Mega Feraligator at some point, so I'm not too upset. They're going to go ahead and Serrano. They're going to grab 2 Zoroark and Pecharunt. Makes sense. They get Pecharunt out into their Zoroark with Badoo. So I think I'm going to target down that Pecharunt pretty hard, because I don't like them having free maneuverability, and I don't like them having the extra damage to knock out my Pokemon with the Mochi and the poison. So let's see what we can do here. Looks like we got Boss in hand, Lilies. We do have Wally's, Croconaw. So let's go ahead and Surfing Beach into our Goldeen. And then Boom Boom Groove here. I think we're gonna Hilda. We're gonna Hilda in for Mega Greninja and get the Neo Upper. Yeah. Love it. We're gonna evolve into it. We're gonna go ahead and evolve our Croconaw because we don't want to Big Bite again this turn. And yeah, we are just gonna attach and knock out this Badoo here. Boom, there we go. Comes back to hand. Alright, so next turn, Rare Candy. If we can, I think if anything, we're gonna boss up that Pecharunt, and then I'd love to put 60 on Zoroark, so I could maybe set up a Mega Feraligator knockout later. since I do have the water attached on using the upper for it. So let's see what we can do. They promote not Reshiram. Oh man, how am I? Zekrom. They promote Zekrom, and they get a Yveltal, so we got to be wary of Retreat Lock. But we do have the one switch, so I'm not too concerned. And they just pass. Okay, Hilda, perfect. I think what we will do here is, oh man, so at some point we do need a Surfing Beach into our Goldeen, so I think we go ahead and do that now. And I am thinking we go grab, let's see, Mega Feraligator maybe? No, Hilda gets Mega Feraligator. Let's just get a water energy. And then we're thinking about what we want to do here, what we want to put this 60 on. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put on Zoroark. I mean, they can't retaliate with Reshiram too much with that, so. Yep. We're going to do 60 on Zoroark. We're going to boss up that Petrarunt. Yep. Take 2 prizes instead of Petrarunt for a knockout later in the game. Perfect. Yep. Let's ping Zoroark. Perfect. Attach Neo Upper. And then let's knock out this Petrarunt. Okay. Go ahead and Buddy-Buddy for another Froakie and Grookey, because you might as well. We have a Thwackey in hand. And nothing is better than double Moral Shuriken. So we'll knock out here, take 2 prize cards, and let that come back to hand. So we do have a Mega Feraligator attack set up next turn. Alright, they promote Yveltal. They evolve into Zoroark, probably going to start trading. Yep. Alright, they get rid of the Binding Mochi. So see, Globby knocked out that Petrarunt because they would have been doing, I think it's 40 extra damage. So, and they trade away Azora. Alright, and they Lilies. Makes sense. Draw 8, fresh 8 cards. Trying to get energy, I'm sure. And they I don't know. I think they're gonna. Oh, okay. Special red card. There goes our plan. Oh, Mega Feraligator, which means you know what? We can Surfing Beach if we still have the stadium into Goldeen and search cards. And even if we don't have the stadium, we drew into Balloon. Red card. Red card is a lie, guys. So no matter what, we definitely have knockout next turn with Mega Feraligator if they attack with Zoroark. And I'm thinking if they do that, we're going to chain our Thwackeys. So Thwackey can Boom Boom Groove into another Thwackey, and then that Thwackey can get our either a Hilda. I'm thinking a Hilda, and Hilda can get us Frogadier and Neo Upper. So I'm thinking that's my thought process there. So we get Night Stretcher, which is also great to have in hand. And we evolve into Mega Feraligator, my boy. Surfing Beach into Goldeen. And then we Boom Boom Groove. Make sure everything's in there we need. Yep, we're going to Hilda. And Hilda can get us Thwackey and Neo Upper, or Frogadier and Neo Upper, whichever we kind of prefer. So we're going to grab Neo Upper and Thwackey. Yep, and help our search engine later on in the game. Alright, and let's attach that Neo Upper to Mega Feraligator. Well, Boom Boom Groove first, of course. We are going to grab, let's see, We're going to grab Wally's. I think that's good because we can heal our Mega Greninja on the bench. Attach that Neo Upper and let's go knock out this Zoroark, shall we? Yep, 400 damage. And that's that attack that does 200 more. So its base is 200, 200 more than a single damage counter on them. 400 damage, it's crazy. That's partly why I love it. It's just so much damage and so crazy and kooky. No one's using it except this guy. Because we're going to make it work with Mega Greninja. Alright, they evolved to Darmanitan on the bench, so they do have snipe potential if they boss a Thwackey and then maybe knock out my Froakie. Oh, but they just concede. Let's go, guys. 2-0. Alright, let's get one more game in here and get one more win for everybody. Let's go, guys. This deck is amazing. Alright, guys, hopping into our last game here. Let's see how it goes. Alright, let's see if we can go first again for a third time in a row. That would be ideal. Alright, flipping the coin, let's see what we get. Heads. Ooh, and we get to pick, so yes, we're gonna go first again. Man, we have been good on our coin flips today, man. Alright. Let's see what we get. No basic Pokemon, but they didn't either, that's okay. So we both mulligan here. And we get Totodile and Lillie, so it's okay. There's our mulligan, and there. Oh, we're playing a Mega Greninja with Dusknoir. Okay. So from my past experience with Hydreigon, I know Mega Greninja is quite the hassle, so we're going to try and deal with that as quickly as possible. So we top deck a Froakie, which is amazing. We're going to Buddy-Buddy, grab ourselves a Goldeen and a Grookey. And we're going to hold Surfing Beach for next turn. And yeah, I'm thinking next turn, depending what we top deck, we Surfing Beach, and then we Lilies. So let's see what they decide to do here. They just straight Lilies, so they had nothing in hand, which is crazy. So ideally, if we can somehow manage to get a Mega Greninja next turn. Oh, they put down a Fez, so no donking today, but that's okay. Alright, they passed to us. Mega Greninja top deck. Let's go. So it's Rare Candy Greninja. Yes, there we go. And Surfing Beach, and then go with Lilies. See if we can get a Thwackey. We do, which is amazing. So we evolve into Thwackey. We're debating the Croconaw, and I think we're going to go ahead and do it. I don't see anything I want to retreat luck right now. So we throw up, evolve our Thwackey, and then we go ahead and we are going to attach our... no, we'll go into Goldeen first, and then we'll slap the Air Balloon on it to retreat into Mega Greninja. But I think what we're going to want to grab here is probably... just checking our deck, seeing what we got. Let's go ahead and let's grab Water Energy, and let's take out that Duskull with a Mortal Shuriken. Yep, throw that balloon on the Goldeen, retreat into Mega Greninja, and then Mortal Shuriken taking out the Duskull. Perfect. Alright, one prize card. And look, Neo Upper, so we can attach Neo Upper and attack the Fez. What a great prize card. Let's go, guys. Yep, and let's do our damage, because next turn if we do our damage and the extra damage, we can Immortal Shuriken for knockout if they try and move it to the bench. And then if they don't move it to the bench and they bench another basic, we can take it out. So we're looking really good. Alright, we're debating what we want to do here, but I think we're just going to attack for the extra damage. Yep, and send that Neo Upper back to our hand. I will say one thing I have learned with this deck is, like, if you don't get that first attachment to Totodile, it's always going to take you pretty much a turn to build up Mega Feraligator unless you do the weaker attack Mega Greninja and leave your Neo Upper on it. but that is a risk you're taking with hammers and knockouts and everything. So just something to think about whenever you're playing. That first attachment's pretty crucial. But they're gonna buddy. Looks like they got some Ghastlies and another Duskull. So we can definitely Mortal Shuriken, taking out probably Duskull and then knock out Fez as well. I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. So they're thinking what they want to do. Let's see. They slap a helmet onto Ghastly. That's fine. Wouldn't plan on bringing that up in the active any point soon. And they pass. Alright, so I think we go ahead and evolve into our Mega Feraligator. And we go ahead Surfing Beach. Into Goldeen here, I believe. We have Hilda in hand, Ultra Ball. So, I mean, there's ways we can get around here. But let's go ahead and Surfing Beach into Goldeen. And we can Boom Boom Group to get a Water Energy. Yep. Thinking about if I should Hilda or Water Energy. And that's always a really good question when looking for energy with this deck, is if Hilda is more up your alley. I did debate Boss, but I think it's more important to just take out what we can. So we are going to get energy, and we decide not to Hilda since we have a Hilda in hand. Oh, and they just concede. Let's go. 3-0, guys. Mega Greninja, Mega Feraligator, best friends, taking out their opponents. So, great 3 games. I'll see you guys in the outro. Alright, Pokepals, that was our 3 games with our Mega Greninja deck with Mega Feraligator, and thankfully we were able to get the Mega Feraligator in for some attacks during those games, which was great. I wanted to showcase it. It's a fun Mega. The energy cost is a little weird, but it's really fun. And you always see at Monkey Doors, I'm like, you know what? I want to pair up Mega Greninja and make some fun water Megas. The only thing I would change is this is a really big Go First deck, so if you wanted to take out maybe like one Poffin or even a Pokepad and throw in a Badoo, I think that could be really big for whenever your opponent picks first, so you can buy a little more time. But yeah, that's all I would really change with this deck. It's really fun. It's really fast, and you'll see as you saw in the videos, it's a lot. It gets the job done. So I appreciate all you guys watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And then let me, in case you know, what is your guys' favorite Pokemon? Specifically, a Mega. What is your guys' favorite Mega Pokemon that needs a Pokemon card? So let's see those comments. Let us know and root for our Mega and any new Mega cards coming. Because I'd like to comment that we don't have a Mega Blastoise yet, which is crazy. We have 2 Mega Charizards and a Mega Venusaur, but no Mega Blastoise. So I'm kind of waiting for that to come out and see what they can cook up with that. But thanks again, Pokepals. Like I said, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you next time. Dad out.